everybody, it's me, Tea Leaves. So sorry. I just had to mess with my hood because my hair, static electricity, this hat thing, whatever it is, I don't know what it's called. But I got like static electricity in my hair and it was in my face, so I've been fighting with it. Anyway, sorry. I wasn't gonna make this video, and then Under Pressure came on, you know, the one by Queen on the radio, and it just, you know, the part where he says over and over again, get along, get along, get along. It just reminds me of how much we don't get along with our brains. And I know that sounds crazy, because it's like, what do you mean I don't get along with my brain? It's my brain. Yeah, I know. But we don't. And we attack it every day and don't even know it most of the time. But something happened in church today. Go figure. And, you know, crying kids in church, right? Doesn't make sense. That's what, bottom line, doesn't make sense. Why? Because we're in church, you're supposed to be quiet and listening, and those are the rules, right? So, loud, noisy child in church, right? On top of that, it's like, hey, parent, take your kid out, right? Right, okay, yeah. You got the scene. All right, so, sorry. Believe it or not, that's one of the times that your brain is being attacked, because it doesn't make sense. Because it's messing with your brain. Anytime you're sitting there going, that's not right, that's not, no, come on, do something. There's a reason why. There are rules in your head that are telling you this is against the rules. It's not just an offensive noise, that's part of it, yes, but it's also because there are rules in your head. You're automatically thinking them as you're standing there dealing with it. You don't even realize it. Anyway, so yeah, it messes with our head. Things like that. It's an attack, an actual attack on the brain. I know people are, every time I say that, people are like, what do you mean attack? It's not an attack. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Really, it is. It doesn't seem like that because you have this emotional side, and this emotional side allows you to emotionalize. If you're a parent yourself, then you're sitting there going, why can't you take care? Well, I guess there were times I maybe was by myself, and I had, you know, all of a sudden your mind is coming up with these reasonings along with the emotionalizing. Now you've got these functional reasonings coming into play. Anyway, and if you're not a parent, then you're like, well, but I'm not a parent, so I don't know what it's like to be one. You know, there's all kinds of stuff. And if nothing else, there's always that go-to of, well, I'll never do that with my children. And that helps us to make sense of the situation. Isn't that weird? How something going in the opposite direction ends up making the, yeah, okay. So, whew, sorry. I had a moment in church and I'm gonna share it just because, even though I know, I don't like try to push the whole religious agenda thing, you know, people are who they are, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. There you go. But I just have to share this. I can't remember if it was during this song or after this, whatever. But I had this thought in church. And it was, I was actually thinking about the person that I spoke to last night online. Kind of a little bit of a heartbreaking story. But aren't they all? Sorry. I won't go into details. They're personal business. I can't. But I just feel something sometimes. And anyway, I was sitting in church and a thought came to me. Well, actually just the words, you know, the words that my God, why have you abandoned me? And I'm thinking, what are those words coming up for? And then I was like, and then it just kind of came to me, why? And then I was like, no, I gotta confirm this. So I leaned over to Mom, and I leaned over and I said, you know, when Jesus was on the cross, some of the last words he said was, you know, my God, why you abandoned me? And he said, yeah. sorry. It's probably a silly moment. It's just one of those things, but I gotta share it anyway. That proves he was human. I know it sounds silly for me to say that. And as soon as I realized it, I just started kind of crying. Like, I'm sitting in church and I'm like crying and I'm smiling, and I had to stop myself from, like, you know, that like, oh my goodness, little laughter, type laughter. I would have been bad as kids crying in church. It proves it. He was human. He suffered just like we did. Just mentally, they lost God, just like we do. We lose that. And again, if you don't believe in God, it's not. It's about what you believe in. You lost it. Whatever it is that you believe in, you lost it. Actually, I gotta be honest. I've been doing some figuring lately, and I haven't finished yet. But I think there might be a connection, actually. Just saying. I'm not going there yet, but I will eventually. Anyway, I just had to share that. It was one of those moments, and I just had to share it. And I'm hopefully going to publish this video. I've actually made a few videos since the last one, but don't we all sometimes just stop doing something because 100 people are saying yay, 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 but one person says nay, and that one person seems to be able to get us to stop? Isn't it crazy? Anyway, attack on the brain, right? Yeah. So yeah, just a recap. Attack on the brains and make friends with your brain. Because that, oh gosh. That's why I say you have to detach and say I don't need to. But anyway, that wasn't part of the video. Anyway. Attack on the brain. Oh yeah, and yeah, Jesus really was human. He reached the same end that we all do. He used the blocks just like we all do. The instinctual blocks. When life doesn't make sense and we can't make sense of things, and so we end up as a last resort type thing, turning to the blocks, the instinctual blocks all the way in the back of the head we're not really supposed to use except for at certain times when it's actually supposed to be done that way, which means our brain is actually working backwards at that time because you're not supposed to use those blocks, but we do it anyway. Life, sex, and death. Those blocks. Anyway, short video. Bye guys. Till next time.